Hello, this is Victor bringing here a new battle report. This is the first battle report of a tournament that I just went today, and at the end was a very small tournament, only 4 people were present. So we play 3 rounds, so I play all the different players in the tournament. So I start playing first against an Alpha Legion. Here we have the list I went with. So I went to the tournament with a Genestealer cult. And I have mainly the box, the Death Watch Overkill box. So it's Patriarch, the Magus, the Primus, the 4 Aberrants, the 2 units of 5 hybrids, Neophytes. And then I add the Genestealers that I have, that are 1 unit of 15 and 1 unit of 11, 2 Cult Lemon Russes, and I take a detachment of Astrum Militarum, Warlord, and is the, and there's the Shadow Sword, so the Titan Killer. This time I play the first game against Alpha Legion. He had an Exalted Champion, Dark Apostle, 2 units of 8 Berserkers, 2 Rhinos, 2 units of 5 Marines with Flamer, 2 units of 10 Cultists with Autoguns, 2 Mauler Fiends, and a Chaos Knight. The first missions, all the missions were combinations of Eternal War and Milestone missions. So in that case, we play the 6 objectives. So we play the 6 objectives. Who is holding an objective at the end of the game is winning 3 points, plus all the points that you do for milestone over the battle. We use deployment, hammer, and anvil. So let's start with the deployment. And here we have the army of my enemy. So you see here on the battlefield, the 2 Rhinos with the Exalted and the Apostle are together with the Berserkers in the Rhinos. And then he just deployed the 2 units of 5 Space Marines at the back. So yes, yeah, as you can see, and then the Mauler Fiends on the front. So very heavy in one flank, and let's see how this is working. Yeah, another picture. Let's go fast here, and yeah, here is my army. So I place, I keep in reserve half of my army. I keep in reserve the Patriarch, the Primus, the Berserkers, the Genestealers, the Aberrants, and 1 unit of hybrids. And here we have, I deploy the Neophytes, the tanks, the Magus. I always deploy the Magus and the other unit of hybrids. So I had the first turn. And here I was playing very conservative. I just wanted to start trying to shut down the Imperial Knight as fast as possible. For that I focused the Shadow Sword. It was a quite long distance, so I have to move him a little bit to the front. You see here, this picture is quite interesting. So the Shadow Sword, the Knight is really obscured by the tree. But yeah, I shoot mainly the main cannon and the last cannons, and I tried to shoot also the battle cannons, but the battle cannons did nothing. So the Lemon Russes really fluff at the can. And yeah, here is from other angle, and I did I reduced him to 7 wounds on the first turn. That is not bad. So I was quite happy with that. I focused there, and now we go to the turn 1 for the chaos. So yeah, here we see at the end, beginning of the turn 1 for the chaos. And he just start moving ahead with the Mauler Fiends, move ahead with the Titan, and also with the, you see that have, I forgot to put this in the list, he have a full last cannon Predator. Here we see he has really very nice line of sight with all my tanks. The only one that, yeah, even if it's obscure, this is the tricky on the rules, as the Lemon Rus is not ruling the terrain, he cannot benefit from the saving, although he is obscured by the rocks. So yeah, this is, he will shot to my Lemon Rus there in the runes. So at the end I received 3 wounds on this Lemon Rus, some other 2 wounds on this Lemon Rus, but not too much damage. So the turn 1 was quite good, not too much to say. So just shooting from the distance. I severely damaged the Knight, so the Knight lose a lot of efficiency, and this was noticeable when he was shooting back to me. I did not receive damage on the Shadow Sword, and a little bit of damage on the Lemon Russes. The only danger is the Mauler Fiends that are moving ahead, and next turn they can assault my lines. So here we see we go into the turn 2 for the chaos, and as you can see there in the picture, I decided to bring back all my reserve. You see the Genestealers there in the middle, and also if you look at the left end of the picture, you will see the Genestealers attacking the rhinos. One thing that he did in his turn is he attacked with the berserkers by the other flank, so I had to split also my army. And yeah, I have a very nice shooting to the Imperial Knight. And in the shooting phase, you see all the guys that are down are killed by the explosion of the Imperial Knight. I shot down the Imperial Knight explode. I did some mortal wounds on the Predator. Also, the Predator was damaged by the shooting. And one of the units of the Alpha Legion was almost obliterated, and I did some cultists well killed. So and then on the assault phase, as I said, I bring everything down. So the Aberrants managed to assault the Predator. They came from reserve. The Genestealers, thanks to the Primus, they roll a 5, so they really went very close to the Maulerfen, and they assault very easily. And the other Genestealers assault on the Rhino of the Berserkers. I have to say that my Patriarch completely, I had very bad luck, and my Patriarch is coming from my edge border, so it's really coming very slowly to the battle, and he will not be able to arrive on time for this second turn, I will say. So in the combat, I did a lot of damage to the Maulerfen there. I reduced him to 2 wounds. But the other Genestealers completely flop against the tank, and they did not manage to kill the Rhino. So here we see I reduced the Rhino to 4 wounds, but I did not manage to kill it. The Aberrants did not manage to kill the Predator neither. They reduced it to 2 wounds. So here we have some more pictures, and also the other hybrids just arrived, and I put the hybrids there to throw a second wave of units against the Berserkers. So it was quite interesting because really these 2 mountains, or these 2 rocks in the middle, are splitting the battle in 2. Here we see, this was what I was explaining, the Predator is down to 1 wound. The Maulerfen, I only attack 1, is down to 2 wounds, and the Rhino will be down to 4 wounds. So we have more pictures of the turn 2. Then in the turn 2 of the Chaos, you see here the Raptors came from reserve. Okay. Here we see more, and then he moved ahead with the 1 unit of the Alpha Legion. And the Berserkers disembarked from the Rhinos. I was attacking so much on the middle because I had to hold the objective 3 that was there in the middle. So this was the Maelstrom objective was driving how I was also attacking. And yeah, this is why my Genestealers are there in the middle, the unit of 15 Genestealers trying to destroy the Maulerfen. But here, yeah, these Genestealers are really in trouble because now they have in front 16 Berserkers and plus the 2 heroes that can charge. So they will disembark from the Rhinos and charge. And you see what happened. So they completely obliterate all my... This indeed is not at the end of the turn 2, this is at the end of the turn 3, but I wanted to share here. So they completely obliterate my Rhinos. And you see that also my hybrids are not there anymore. So this is at the end of my turn 3, sorry. So yeah, what happened is I tried my Genestealers were completely destroyed, and then I tried to attack with the hybrids on the unit of Berserkers, try to reduce the Berserkers as much as I can, try to host, because I need to hold the objectives that you see here, right? I need to hold this objective, and I tried to do it with the hybrids, but they did not work. It did not work. They were really obliterated by the Berserkers as well. because I engaged with them. It was a mistake. I should have only engaged the exalted champion. And on top, the Alpha Legion, if I kill the champion that was the Warlord, then the Warlord will be the Dark Apostle. So let's go to turn 3. I know that the turn 3 was before. As you can see, at the end of the turn 2 of my opponent, I kill the Predator with the Aberrant. So I move the Aberrant, try to destroy these Raptors, also fail here. All the shooting on these Raptors here also fail. So I try to shoot these Raptors with my tanks, with the Heavy Bolters. So the Heavy Bolters did nothing. I have 18 shots of Heavy Bolter from my Shadow Sword. They do nothing. The only thing I managed to do to kill is with my last cannons and the big cannon of the Shadow Sword kill one of the Rhinos, what is quite a waste of firepower. So yeah, this was looking not very bad, no, not very good, sorry, it was looking quite bad. As you can see there on the picture, my Patriarch is just trying to arrive to the combat, but is quite far from where is needed. I kill one of the Mauler friends, I assault the second one, I did show wounds, but no, the Genestealers are completely exposed, so they are there in the middle, they have not support and they will be killed by the Berserkers, because the Berserkers are almost at full strength. And you can see here, he starts holding the objective. Here in this one, this is not hold. This is held by me at this moment, but as soon as the Berserkers come here, they will hold this objective. So really the objectives, I'm losing them all, and all my combat units are completely being obliterated now. Yeah, this is the only line that I can hold. Of course, here I have quite a big bunch of points, but at this moment the Shadow Sword is not doing what he has to do to kill things from a distance. And the big problem I have here, I'm very penalized because they are Alpha Legion. I have -1 to hit them, right? So this is still at the end of the turn 2. The second one of the Mauler friends will die, and I will engage with the second one. But yeah, there is not much expectations there. So, and you see here what happened at the end. This was at the end of the battle. At the end of the turn 3, and because we were running out of time, we had to finalize here. So the Berserkers completely controlled the middle of the battlefield. They kill the hybrids, they kill the Genestealer. Only my Primus is there alone, so there is no possibility for him to survive there. The Magus is hiding behind the rock. And then I only have my 3 characters and the Neophyte hybrids from my Genestealer cult, and then I have the tanks. So not looking very good at this, was not looking very good. And on top, we finish here. So it was a crashing victory for the Alpha Legion. And here we can see some more pictures, but I think we can go fast now. So this is where you can see, yeah, my mistake here, I realize just as when I'm deployed, is I should not have put all I should not have deployed all my Genestealers at once. I think it was good to try to stop the how it's called this, the Mauler Fiends, but it was a mistake to try to solve the Rhinos. I had to wait that the Berserkers were getting out of the Rhinos, and this was my mistake. So due to that, he was able to assault my Genestealers, and when the Genestealers are assaulted, they are killed very easily. They are not resilient, they don't have good armor, they are very good striking, they are very strong attacking, but they are very bad resisting damage. So, and I think this was why I paid my mistake. I was too aggressive at the beginning. I should have held my units maybe 1 turn more in reserve, trying to use more the shooting, and maybe just deploy one of my units to try to slow down the Mauler Fiends. So yeah, as I said, Alpha Legion victory. So that's all. So it was quite interesting and good landing for me. I should be more patient sometimes when I take my reserves and really coordinate better my reserve with the things that I have on the table. Also, splitting the army was not good. Maybe I should have concentrated and ignore the Berserkers. I think was really a mistake from my side to attack the 2 Rhinos Berserkers. I think I should have was better to wait until the Rhinos were destroyed, or until they were downloading from the Rhinos. Maybe I should have waited the hybrids take the attack from the Berserkers. So that's all for now. Please leave the comments below. Let me know what do you think. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.